All right. We said off the top, there's some teams that have some gargantuan stretches that are just like you wouldn't even get come playoff time. What do you think in your mind is the hardest one that you've seen?
Well, we have one right here. Harry listed it. It is the Cowboys from weeks 12 through 17. They face the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, and the Commanders. They are the first team in NFL history to play 6 straight games against teams that won 11 games or more in the prior season. They're the first team in NFL history to play 4 straight games against teams that won 14 games or more in the prior season. I mean, this is just a death wish here. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're a Cowboys fan, and you're just, we haven't been in the Super Bowl in 30 years. I don't have any idea how you could have any thought that streak is going to end this year, because even if they are 10-0 going into this part of the season, I have a trouble seeing them win more than 1 or 2 games in that stretch.
Yeah, that is that one's insane. Like I said, there's some teams with some outlandish stretches. That one I would say is the hardest. The Lions have a crazy one where they go at Bengals, at Chiefs, against the Bucks. They got a bye week, then against the Vikings at home, at the Commanders, at the Eagles. Those could be, I mean, that could be facing the 6 best teams in the NFL. Like truly, that over that course of that stretch outside the Lions. Packers into the barn. What they have to do to get into the playoffs. Their weeks 12 through 18 are pretty insane as well. They go home against the Vikings, at the Lions, home against the Bears, at the Broncos, at the Bears, Ravens at home, and then at the Vikings. They just obviously hit that whole NFC North with the Ravens and Broncos mixed in. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for those AFC North, NFC North teams. Honestly, you almost want, I feel like the teams like the Bengals, teams like the Bears, teams who are in teams who get the lower strength of schedule, teams who kind of get the 4th spot, the 3 and 4 spots in those divisions are at a pretty big advantage with how their schedule is going to set up this year, because if you're at the top of those, it's just going to be difficult.
And I'll throw in one thing on the lines. It's from our research team. They have the most road games this year against teams who finished above 500 last year. That is 8. And of course, every team's not going to be as good as they were last year, but you read off the list of opponents. When you're talking about teams like the Chiefs or Eagles, I don't see those teams having very big regression. So you're in trouble if you are facing these teams. And then also the Lions have 7 outdoor games this year. They only had 4 last year. So the Lions, to me, after winning 15 games, I don't think they're even going to win 12. And maybe they don't even win 11. I just keep going down. I mean, they're a good team, but this schedule's brutal.
That's the thing. I think I said this a couple weeks ago. It's just they can be a very good team. They can get everyone back healthy. It still might not matter because of how difficult this schedule is and the fact that you lost both coordinators. You're just going to have to adapt to that. So, the Detroit Lions, one of the hardest schedules I've ever seen. Flip side, though, easiest schedules, these teams could be over performing compared to expectations. The easiest schedule in the NFL this year, San Francisco 49ers are 1. New Orleans Saints 2, New England Patriots, who we touched down 3, Tennessee Titans 4, Carolina Panthers 5, and then the Arizona Cardinals, maybe a little bit of a surprise here, at number 6.
I would say the 49ers, with having that easiest schedule, which I believe is one of the 3 easiest schedules since 2000. So over the past 25 years. And why is that happening? Well, it's happening because they get to play the AFC South and the NFC South in the same year. I mean, that's what you dream of when you are an NFL team. It's one, you just look at the Southern divisions and you look at your schedule and you're like, I hope I get to just play one of those divisions. You get to play both of them. And so it just feels like, look, the 49ers 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. They did kind of blow the team up a little bit this offseason, but the core is still there. They dealt with a lot of injuries, and just looking at their schedule, they only play 4 teams that went to 4 games against teams that went to the playoffs last season. They played the Texans, the Buccaneers, and the Rams twice. Other than that, the Rams could win everything. So the 49ers could win everything. I wouldn't be surprised if this team wins 11 or 12 games. So I think the 49ers are in a good spot.
Yeah, definitely primed for a bounce back year. I'll also say, I mean, we said about the Patriots earlier, but I think the Cardinals are sneakily, they added so much to their defensive line. It wouldn't surprise me. I do think the West is wide open, and I think it's those 2 teams have a leg up because of their schedules. And the Cardinals, I think, have as good a shot as anyone of winning that division next season. All right, let's get to some of these team schedule videos. I don't know if you've seen them, Breach, seen all of them. Our great producer, Harry, he said he sat through and watched all 32 videos. Some interesting notes. There were 2 different Minecraft videos. Colts and Chargers both posted Minecraft announcements. The Jets had to remark that they were going to do a Minecraft one. They pulled it and did a 30 minutes after everyone else. That was just like someone drawing on an iPad. Which was still better than a lot of these. Did you go through and watch any of these, Breach?
Well, I was running our live blog, so I watched the Chargers, which is funny because, I mean, look, they snuck in the Ian Rappaport, Jordan Schultz combine fight at Starbucks. I mean, when you're taking pot shots at the reporters, that makes it even funnier. We know they're going to take shots at NFL players and NFL teams, but when you start just reaching at everything and making fun of everything, that makes it even better because you don't know ever what's going to happen. The Chargers are always on their game. So that was the one I did watch.
Some of my big takeaways. One is that I think the video editing teams for these places get paid a lot more than their creative teams. A lot of incredible videos, like the Atlanta Falcons video. They had like a 6-minute long Mario Kart that was legitimately looked like Mario. I don't know how they did it. It had to take a ton of video editing resources, but beautiful. Hats off to them. But like a lot of them, incredible video editing, but then just like, they're not funny. They're not necessarily interesting. You don't even know necessarily what they are. And they don't even show you the schedules until the end. In my mind, the ideal video is something like what the Titans did. They did a fake pharmacy ad called Schedule Rizzy. And it was about football fans. What they need is the NFL schedule to make them happier. And it was 1:30. That's it. If you're doing this 6-minute long, the Ravens did a 6-minute long Severance themed schedule release. It's like,
I don't have time for that.
I don't have time for them. We're at NFL fans just hitting refresh, trying to figure out what time the one game they can go to so they can book their hotel room. We don't need to see Tyler Linderbaum acting as if he just got his memory wiped. So that's my one piece of advice to if there are any NFL creatives that listen to this. Just like tighter, to the point, and just hit it out the park. I actually like the Eagles one. I thought the Eagles one was one of the best ones. They had the Philadelphia Orchestra. They just played what's the song? They played the song from like it was like a big grand like entrance, and it was just the Lombardi Trophy. And the Lombardi Trophy spinning around, and then the schedule came on the screen. It's like, that's all you need to do. You won the Super Bowl. That is perfect. You could just put your on the table and say, everyone else can screw around and make their Minecraft videos. We got a Lombardi. So that's how these videos should be.
Wait, and what's crazy is I'm just seeing some video controversy. It looks like the Colts, who also did a Minecraft video, had to delete theirs.
They did.
Yeah. So
the Chargers got to it first.
No, they did. I don't know. So apparently there's a joke in there about Tyreek Hill, and that may have compelled them to delete the video. We won't know unless someone at the Colts is willing to talk to us, or maybe their mascot Blue is willing to talk, but I don't know what happened. But the Colts video does not exist anymore. I'm sure you can find it if you search on social media, but it is not on the team's X account because for whatever reason, it was deemed too crazy.
Team schedule video controversy. I never thought, when I got in this business, reached 13 years ago, at no point did I ever think those words would leave my mouth. But here we are, 2025. The one video that I suggest no one watch, the Browns, was like, it was like an acid trip. It was like brownie on a table. It was AI. I didn't like it. I don't think anyone did. So some of the comments were not too kind to them, and rightfully so. It was weird. So
and Brownie is their elf mascot for those of you who don't follow the Cleveland Browns. Their tiny little Keebler elf mascot.
I'm not sure if it was actually a guy in the Brownie costume or if it was like an AI of Brownie. I don't know. If you want to watch it, go check it out. But I would not suggest doing it on hallucinogenics. You might lose your mind.